Greetings, opera lovers. Live from Bloomfield, Connecticut, it's Rona. Last night, I was so lucky to be able to catch the live stream from the Met of Rigoletto. I knew that Nelson Martinez was going to step in for Thomas Hampson to sing the Elder Germont, and I actually could have gone, except I was working, so I couldn't make it. But as luck would have it, there it was on Sirius, and I could plug it in on my computer and listen. So I have known about Nelson for many years, and about a year and a half ago, I heard him for the first time right here in Bloomfield, Connecticut, singing the evil Baron Scarpia in Tosca. I couldn't believe how a local opera company could be so lucky to get a singer of this magnitude, and that he hadn't been discovered yet. Well, now he's discovered. So he made his Met debut about a month and a half ago in Rigoletto in a very small role, Monterone. And I and several friends went to the Met to hear his debut. Of course, he was fabulous, but it's a very small role. Last night, stepping in at the very last minute, he was able to sing a really starring role. In fact, La Traviata by Verdi is one of those operas that lives and dies by the three main characters. Many of Verdi's operas have 3, 4 characters. This is a threesome. So how did they all do? Well, I am madly in love with Sonya Yoncheva. She just melts me. Her interpretations are so heartfelt. I heard her for the first time in an opera, when she did Desdemona in Otello. And she just won me over. I had heard her before that and would never have guessed that she would turn into a Verdi soprano. Go figure. So last night, again, she was just so moving as Violetta. There are a few places in her voice that where she's not one of the great Violettas. She doesn't have the high E flat. She also doesn't do the laugh in Sempre Libera. But other than that, she's just a very moving singing actress. Alongside her is the wonderful tenor Michael Fabiano. I've heard him in several different productions of La Traviata through the miracle of the internet. I was even able to watch him. I believe it was a few years ago. It was either Glyndebourne or the Royal Opera House, as it was from Great Britain. And he was just tremendous in that evening and last night as well. He just has a wonderful instrument, and I find that his singing is very clean. The conductor, who I heard on the opening night of this run of Traviata, his name is Nicola Luisotti. I don't really know his work well, but he had a couple of things that were I thought were odd. For instance, that he and the singers were not always together. I've found this with other conductors as well this season. I just really don't understand it. If the singers need more or less time, why can't the conductors accommodate them? But that aside, the performance was just fabulous. So here goes everything with Nelson. Well, once he starts in with singing with Violetta, his voice can really come out. He's got one of those glorious baritone voices that you just want to keep listening to. And although Miss Yoncheva is now one of my very favorite sopranos, I have to say that while they were singing, I couldn't wait for Mr. Martinez to come back in the duet. And then, of course, he gets to sing that beautiful aria later in the second act, and he received an enormous ovation from the audience. So I was so happy for him that not only did he do well, he was very appreciated. Well, I couldn't wait to give everybody overseas or people who weren't able to catch the HD my take on this. Nelson Martinez is a name to watch, and I can only wish him the greatest success in all his future endeavors. Bye, everyone.